I grew up with ocular albinism, which in turn, has a visual impairment. Growing up, I had a lot of people in my corner, a lot of friends that really helped me out, and I started getting a little interest in sports. And my optometrist at the time pretty much told me, I don't think you're going to be able to do this, or I don't think you're going to be able to play football, or or baseball or softball or whatever. A lot of people told me, hey, you're not going to be able to do this because of your vision, but I had a lot of people that was pushing me to be the best person that I could. Well, I played in high school, played defensive line. At that time, a coach pulled me to the side and was like, are you sure you want to play? And I was like, yes, I want to play. And because they were just concerned. And I remember that first game, I started, and that next Monday I was walking down the hall and he pulled me aside and he's like, you know what? I'm glad you played. It's kind of exciting moments that, hey, I'm doing something that you told me I couldn't do, and to have friends and family look at me and say, just look at you in the face and say, I'm proud of you.
Well, Geoffrey and I had a really good connection because Geoffrey was, real involved in sports. I mean, he just really, that was sort of his passion. He wanted to always kind of be a coach, and that was, he loved working with kids.
I remember walking into Joey's office to meeting he had Auburn flags everywhere. He has all kinds of Auburn memorabilia, and we just kind of connected right there where he was talking about where he was a personal trainer and worked a lot in the sport industry, and he knew that's where I was wanting to go.
After a lot of struggles, Geoffrey had talked to me about going back and getting a graduate degree and going to Jacksonville State.
When ADRS and vocational rehabilitation, Joey got involved, it really helped me in the stance of making sure that I went to a institution that was right for me, which was Jacksonville State. During my time there, Joey helped me with becoming a bioptic driver, which was a good independent kind of shock for me because I was told I would never be able to drive.
Geoffrey was one of the very first individuals in the state of Alabama to be approved for bioptic driving.
One of my friends asked me about driving, and I was like, one day I'll be able to, and when that day came, they actually sent me a text message and said, you told me that day was coming. I said, I sure did, and it's here.
He was very excited with the opportunity to drive, and our agency has always felt that that was such an important component to someone who's visually impaired. Transportation always seems to be a big barrier.
So he helped to push me and figure out ways for me to be successful in my, not just my coaching career, but teaching, as well as, my social and with my family.
Geoffrey has such a passion to work with children and work with young people in a classroom, on the sports, playing field. He loves, coaching. He's a true leader.
It's great to be able to show kids, hey, you can do anything you want to do as long as you just find the way to get there. There's definitely opportunities out there for us to take. It's just a matter of how far you're willing to go to take those opportunities. Being a coach was just one of those things where when I was in high school, I didn't really think I would, but it kind of fell in. I enjoyed it. Last year at Hueytown, I was the head middle school coach there, and we were very successful. Now I accepted the special ed position as well as an assistant football coach job here at Montevallo High School. And I'm lucky here. We have a tremendous staff, an amazing head coach that is very open to helping me in anything that I need. I would love to work to move up the ladder in the high school varsity field of football or wherever. Hopefully next few years get a coordinator spot, and love to be back at the head coach spot, and just wherever the good Lord leads, we'll go. We come and meet on Sundays, and we have our our plan laid out for the week of our opponent and what we got to do to be successful that Friday night. You know, every time we walk out on the football field, me and a couple other coaches always talk about how much we miss strapping it on. And, you know, those Friday night lights, just nothing compares.